It's just put that in the trash, like. It is snowing. Like, what? Is it snow? You're not gonna lie, that you already know. Getting snow here is almost like living in Florida. Man, you don't live here, so you don't have to deal with that since it bothers you so much. So we need to be more respectful. And honestly, I think I'm getting to the breaking point of almost like hating YouTube.
No one ever knows where we're heading, where the story goes. You just gotta hold on to your path. What feels right in your heart and your soul. I know you always wanna do what's right. I know you rather wanna flight than fight. But every now and then you gotta pause.
Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Jocelyn and welcome to another vlog. So in today's video, we're about to tackle on the coffee bar area. If you guys haven't watched my last video, I will link it down below. We went to do some vintage shopping and it was very successful. I was able to get beautiful pieces. One of them is the shelf behind me that I had the lamp on. I also got a beautiful vintage bench that right now is in my dining table, and also this cute shelf that as soon as I saw it, I knew I wanted this to be my coffee bar area. So we're about to briefly just go ahead and take care of that. And it's the perfect brown, and believe it or not, you guys know I don't like my cabinets. I don't like the color. It's kind of like this weird cherry brown color that I do not like. It's giving office, but now everything is kind of like turning off together, you know. So I do love how the shelf looks. I will be linking everything that I can in the description box below, so make sure you guys check that out. I get a lot of questions all the time, but trust me, all those links are there. If I ever cannot link something, it's because it's vintage or I got it from a local shop or it's secondhand. So I highly recommend to check my description box below because I always try my best to link everything for you guys. I also wanted to say thank you so much for you guys checking on me. After that video, I ended up getting very sick. I got exactly what Terence got, and apparently it's this stomach virus that is going on right now. It's not a virus, I think that's the name, and it's very bad. It's literally like COVID but without the flu. So just be careful because it's in the food that we eat. A lot of things are contaminated. I literally saw on the news that they are trying to clean the shelves from the store and remove a lot of products because they are contaminated. And I also heard about something with the chickens. They're dying too, and that's the reason why the eggs price are very high right now. It's a lot going on, and I was just saying it's only the beginning of the year. We're talking about fires in California, we're talking about airplane crashes, we're talking about these virus out of nowhere. Also, COVID's still around. I don't think that's never gonna go away. It's just so much. So just be careful, just stay safe, you guys, because it's so much happening in the world right now, and it's only the beginning of 2025. So prayers for everybody that is getting affected for all these things. Just be careful, y'all, because things are getting ugly right now. I also was looking for my options as far as dining chairs. You guys know I'm taking my time to get the dining chairs. I get this question all the time. Look, I want to address that. Every time somebody comes to my channel, I guess it's a new subscriber or something, they always say, when you're gonna put chairs in your dining room, or why you don't have chairs in your dining room. I know the apartment looks incomplete just because that, but I take my time, and I say this many times just in case if you're new here, I take my time to get the pieces that I have. All these pieces, believe it or not, they weren't that cheap. They are vintage. They're hard to find, and I knew what I wanted, so I took my time to purposely look for the things that I wanted to bring in my home. I also mentioned that I had this problem where sometimes I buy a lot of things and then I get tired, I get boring down the line, and those things always end on Goodwill, on the Nation, and I never get that money back. So I would say probably like a year ago, I started this plan of, okay, just buying exactly what I want, nothing less, nothing more. If I truly like it, it's gonna come home with me. So that's why the dining chairs is being on standby, because I really want to take my time and make sure that's what I want. I was today on Amazon checking for dining chairs, and I saw a couple options, but it's two options that I really like so far, and I think the price is actually reasonable. So the first one is from this company. It's called CONECT, and now looking back, I think I saw some emails from them that they wanted to collaborate with me, and I never got back to them. The color is beige with the beautiful kind of like walnut brown, which is beautiful. You guys know I'm trying to incorporate more browns in my space. face. So I like that a lot. I think it will complement very well with my whole aesthetic. And also the way that the legs are is giving mid-century. It's showing farmhouse dining room chair, and it maybe is, but it doesn't give me that. It's actually giving me more like a modern style, and the way that the legs are designed is giving mid-century. Like I've seen a lot of furniture pieces, and when they are mid-century, they resembles a lot to this chair. That's the first option. I like it a lot because the seat is like beige, super cute. And the second option that I saw is like a brown color. It looks actually very close to my curtains as far as the colors, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Honestly, going back and forth, I think I might choose this one just to create more contrast, so nothing is just white. Those are my two options. It's the same chair, just different color. I like it a lot. All right, y'all, so let's go to the coffee bar. Let's get this situated. I'm so excited to show you guys the outcome. I'm still waiting for a few things. I want to get some dispensers to put cigarettes for the coffee, and I saw some on Amazon. They are pretty affordable. For example, these right here, they come with the label too. You can label them as you want, and I think having these dispensers and the shell is gonna look so pretty. I just need to do my measurements to make sure they're gonna fit. So that's the only thing, because they look kind of tall, especially like the top. So kind of going back and forth with that, but it's super cute. So we will see. But for now, that's the only thing that I'm thinking that I'm missing from the coffee bar. But everything else, it looks stunning. So let's go. Okay, y'all, so it's a little bit later in the day. The last time that I spoke to you guys was this morning when I was making my coffee. We did the coffee bar. What we thinking about? I love it so far. We are heading now to the depot at Gibson Mall. I will link it down below. It's a vintage shop that I actually like a lot. Actually, every time we go there, we always find good things. So again, I'm not really looking for anything. I said it the other day too, and I ended up spending quite a bit, but I just want to see what's up. You know, it's a new year. I know they always refresh the booth and they always bring new pieces, so I just want to see what they have. So we're heading now. We are 30 minutes away. According to my car, it's 25 degrees, y'all, but it just feels really cold. And apparently it's gonna be cold for the entire week, so please stay safe and warm, because this cold is not a joke. You guys know that I cannot tolerate the cold weather. I don't like it. But I guess I'll see you guys once we get there. Right now I'm just driving. I'm about to put some music on, and once we get there, if I see anything interesting for you guys, I will show you, because you guys know how vintage shops are. Sometimes you go there, and this one specifically, I like it because it's more organized. But sometimes you go to some vintage shops that is a freaking mess. Like seriously, it's just so bad that it's not even worth to pull the camera. Like it's so much to see, and not in the good way. It just looks like a freaking mess. And if you do vintage shopping, you know what I mean. Some of them just look straight up trash. Like, I'm sorry, like, you know, keep it real here in this channel. Some of them straight out look like something that you will find literally in the street. Like, just, I literally saw people just selling milk, like the actual, yeah, in the carton, yeah, and open too. Like, they actually use it. It's disgusting. And I don't care if it's vintage. I don't care. I'd rather have that in a picture or something, because that's, I mean, whoever like that is fine, but some stuff is just crazy. It's just put that in the trash, like. So yeah, but this particular place, I bring you guys here before, and it's one of my favorite vintage shops. snowing. Like, what? Like, I know we were about to have like probably like a couple days like with, you know, cold weather, but this is snow in North Carolina. You already know. Getting snow here is almost like living in Florida. I just feel like we don't really get snow, and if we do, it's like, why you even bother to snow? Like, it's literally nothing. So we might need to hurry up because I don't know how bad it's gonna be, but it's starting out. I love the snow. It looks so good. I knew it because it's too cold. Like this morning it was like 11 degrees, then it went to 17, then it went to 20 something, and for the whole day it's gonna be like 28. That's like the highest. So yes, y'all, we are about to head out back to home. I will link this place down below. We went to Taco Streets. I have a Cuban bowl, so it's giving Chipotle, but I don't want to say so much better though, because the food is good, but definitely needed some salt, I would say. So luckily, you know, the utensils come with that. So yeah, we were able to kind of like make it work. We're about to head out home. We're coming in here now, which is crazy because it's like, if it's snowing, I
guess it's like the place to be, like where people just sort of hang out.
But anyway, we're about to head out home. We have so much leftovers. Oh my god. One thing about this place, you will get your money worth because the bowl is like $15, but like they fill it up. And I still have a lot left over. Like, look, all the leftovers from us. Yeah. Like, and then we have these two and something else. Like the little corn thing. It's so good. The next day is Wednesday, January 22nd. I had to actually start editing this video for you guys because I'm debating if I should post this on Wednesday or Saturday. So happy Wednesday. It's currently 7:57 in the morning. This is kind of late for me, but it's cool. I needed some rest. Terence is downstairs measuring my card to make sure the table fit because I really want that table. I need to also call because when we left, it was snowing kind of like hard. So I don't know how it looks right now. I don't know if they are open today, so I might call before I even head out there because the drive is like 30 minutes, but it's like the perfect antique vintage table. This is the reason why I haven't really like looked for like desk online, because I knew for a fact that I really wanted like a very old table. So now he's taking measurements to make sure it fits because, as I mentioned yesterday, I don't know if you guys hear me because I was in the car, but we had a bad experience where it was almost hard for us to have a refund. The guy was super polite, so thankfully, you know, he worked with us and I was able to get my refund immediately, but he said normally they don't do that, you know. But he saw the guys really trying to put the table and it wasn't like I back up, like, no, I don't want it. And again, it was like a holiday weekend. I don't remember what it was, but all the prices for like renting vans and U-Haul, that was like super sky high. So I was like, I'm not gonna be spending more money in the transportation than the freaking table. And they even tried to see if they can just remove the legs for a little bit, but it was a very old table, so it was already how it was. So yes, but he's getting some measurements now. Max is outside. It's super cold right now. It is literally like it's 16 degrees. Oh my god, it's 16 degrees. I have the heater on and I might just put the fireplace in a little bit because it's super cold. I had to wash my hair today. That's what I had this bonnet on. I had to wash my hair. I want to do like a really deep clean, like scalp, like just add vinegar and stuff like that. I think that will help me. So today is like a wash day for me. I work tonight. Unfortunately, it doesn't gonna fit. Okay, thank you. Well, apparently it's not gonna fit, so am I gonna see my options because I know I can rent a van or something, but I'm glad that we did measurements because I remember he said that it should be fine and I was like, I don't think so, like we had to really measure this. So but I gotta figure out if I ever get into buying the table, which is very inexpensive. It's like $169, which is perfect. I will let you guys know, probably not in this vlog because I really need to start editing this vlog. But if I ever get the table, I will give you guys some update in the next video. I also don't think I'm gonna have any video for Saturday, just because again, I just been very busy, y'all, and it's a lot going on too. Yeah, it's been hard for me to like really keep up with my content, so I apologize. I also appreciate you guys for your comments, for always being there for me. I saw a lot of good feedback in my last video. A lot of you guys was telling me like, or you can post anything, I'm still gonna watch you, you're good, I enjoy every single video, and I appreciate that seriously, because as I said before, sometimes or we get too busy in our lives, or sometimes it's like nothing really to post. Like I was telling Terence the other day that, don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna be decorating the same place over and over again. I'm the type of person that my decor is pretty much the same. I don't really change too much unless it's like a seasonal decor, you know, like fall, Christmas. I never done Halloween. Sometimes I kind of want to do it, but I never really done that. But like when it comes to like seasonal decor, I'm all about it, and you guys gonna see colors and all of that, because I also got a comment, someone saying that these colors are boring, everybody is copying and pasting, and people need to understand that at the end of the day, this is my home, this is what I like, this is what make me feel happy, this is my sanctuary. And if you're not living in, why worry about, right? Like you don't have to wake up every morning in this space and deal with not having colors, you know. And I encouraged her, of course, because she was pretty polite, but I encouraged her to check my seasonal videos, because fall, I added orange for the very first time. I was freaking out at first, and everybody ended up loving it. For Christmas, this is my very first time doing red, like traditional straight up, and we ended up loving it too. So yes, for the most part, all year round, I love how my space looks, because it's giving me a lot of clarity, especially the job that I do. I know I complain a lot about it, but it's true. I do not like my job. I'm very miserable, and it is what it is. I just pray for a change. I'm trying to do things in order to just, you know, get away from that, because it's not healthy for me actually. But having so much chaos in the world and coming here is like my safe place. And yeah, I agree, it's like a trend. Everybody want very neutral colors, and I want to say unfortunately a trend, but at the same time, when it comes to me, at least I would take credit of I have a lot of timeless pieces. I have pieces that when people ask me to link them, I'm not gonna lie, it's low-key a flex to be able to say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the link for that, because I scored these items. I literally went to Facebook Marketplace. We're talking about that vlog that I went to Virginia. That was 8 hours drive back and forth. It was 4 hours back and forth, and on top of that, I rented a U-Haul, so I paid for the miles, I paid for the gas. Like these are things that you cannot just go to the store and get it. Some other things, yeah, and whatever I can, I always gonna link it for you guys. But my channel, I concentrate so much on vintage and curated stuff. I like antiques before it was even a trend. I feel like vintage is now like a trend too. Like everybody wants something antique, which is fine. I'm not hating, I'm just talking from my experience. I'd rather go to a vintage shop or a thrift store than just buy a new collection, go to Target. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of things from the stores, but for the most part, I really enjoy the experience of vintage shopping. So this is not copy pasting, this is not lacking of creativity, because she also mentioned that. I just feel like we all grown here, and we need to start respecting more the people. I see other content creators, right, that I might not like their home. It's okay, it's just a preference, because that doesn't mean my opinion is actually what it is, like a fact. It's just an opinion, and that's the beauty of this space. Like not everybody gonna like the same thing. So, you know, getting comments like you lack of creativity, it's no colors, it's boring, just go ahead and add some color. It's like, ma'am, you don't live here, so you don't have to deal with that since it bothers you so much. So we need to be more respectful. And honestly, I think I'm getting to the breaking point of almost like hating YouTube. And I hate to say this because I love YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for a long time, and when I started, I didn't know too much about, you know, putting myself out there, putting the keywords to make your video pops a little bit more. I didn't know how to do my thumbnails right. I didn't know anything, and I was definitely not taking YouTube serious. When I get comments like this, I know people always say overlook them, don't worry about it, do you. And it's easy to say, because when you're not here and you're not getting all that backlash and all of that, it's very hard to sometimes deal with it. You can be the strongest person, but at the end of the day, you're still a human being, you're still a person. And sometimes people come here with very rude comments. I have people saying you talk too much. I have a comment recently saying you don't even speak English well, like pronounce things wrong and you don't even know how to speak correctly. Somebody literally said you had to go back to your country. Like, I'm getting these comments, and for the most part I try to block them. Sometimes I don't, because sometimes I get so tired even blocking people. Like, I just let it be. And I think honestly, when I go back to the big content creators, like I follow content creators that they have millions of subscribers and they disappear out of nowhere, or whenever they post, they don't post how they used to, and you will think about what happened, what was the downfall. And sometimes it's this, sometimes it's better do like a faceless content. And you're gonna see that a lot on YouTube, people do faceless content where they don't really put themselves out there, they don't really talk, they don't really even show how they are, they just post the content, because the backlash, because the comments, because people just have so much time in their hands to critique. And I'm falling out of love from YouTube, and I think you guys can kind of like see it too. Like, I'm barely posting. I normally post twice a week. Sometimes I post a Saturday, sometimes I post a Wednesday, sometimes I don't post at all. And I hate that for me, and I also hate that for you guys, because I know it's people out there that truly enjoy my content, but I'm falling out of love from YouTube. I don't want to say I'm hating YouTube, but it's getting to the point where that love that I had about let's film, let's go ahead and edit, let's go ahead and put the content out there, it's just getting me. It's really getting me. And then I combine that with some personal issues that I'm going through right now. All that just make a bomb, and it's just really hard to navigate. So I just ask, please be respectful with people. If you don't like something, you don't have to consume. I say this many times, and the reason why I'm saying it again is because my YouTube is growing like crazy. I just hit 10,000 subscribers like a month ago, and if you ask me right now, I gained over 700 more in less than a month. So something I'm doing that is good, and I appreciate you guys for the support, but it's sometimes hard to navigate. So I didn't want to end this vlog like this. If I ever disappear, if I ever decide to stop doing YouTube, I will definitely let you guys know. I'm also kind of like falling out of love from Instagram, just for posting in general. I don't know what it is. I might just need a break and get myself together and then come back more stronger. But between things that I had going on in my personal life and also getting comments that don't really help, it's like, so what I'm doing this for if it's that bad? Like, if it's that bad, why I'm posting? Like, clearly people don't like it. So anyways, this is a very vulnerable conversation that some of the content creators sometimes don't do. I need to remind myself that unfortunately I cannot really please everybody. People have different opinions, people like different things, but they also have to remind themselves that you don't have to be here. If you truly don't like me, you don't have to. And I say this many times. I have a whole vlog just going off on that. But as you guys can tell, I don't really address comments anymore, and if I do, it's like very like here and there, you know what I mean? I don't go too crazy like I used to. I'm about to start editing this video for you guys. I hate that this vlog ended up kind of like negative. We will see. Again, I'm gonna try to be consistent, but if you guys don't see me often, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on that I cannot even address in this video. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for all the beautiful comments. Thank you for always checking on us. Thank you for always wishing the best. That's one of the things that I can say. I'm always gonna be grateful for you guys. I don't know why this sounds like a goodbye. I'm not really leaving y'all. Whenever I decide to leave YouTube, I will let you guys know. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, and thank you so much. I'll see you guys in my next one. Stay safe, stay warm, because it's super cold. It's cold, it's literally insane. So yeah, stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.